So I got this new screen from Hansshow. Let's go over some of the new features, some of the UI, and get really familiar with this guy. If you don't already know, Hansshow makes awesome products. This screen is just one of them. I've been using it for a couple days myself, and I'm so excited to show you all the things I learned about it and how to use it. So without further ado, let's get started. And yes, this is a bunny hanging from my Tesla. The first thing that we need to do is take this peel off, guys. This plastic needs to come off, and this is our Hansshow touchscreen. Isn't it beautiful? First, let me introduce you to the main screen. Let's start exploring this base screen from left to right. So starting on the left, you have your indicators. You know how when you put it in drive, you have a bunch of stuff that comes up on the left side of your main screen? That's kind of what this side is. So we can see that I don't have my seatbelt on. If I turn on the high beams, we will get high beams. So that's where all of that information is displayed. You have a picture of your car right here. This doesn't move. This part is not going to be touchable. We can't do anything with this. On the bottom left, it tells you the time. I have mine in 24-hour format. It tells you the outside temperature, and then it's going to tell you how many miles of range you have. That's 180 miles. I am currently charging, so 180 miles, and then it has the total odometer, which for me is 43,175 miles. So we have the miles here, and of course you can change it to kilometers. I am just an American though, so I use these units. Over here on the very far bottom, you have the battery percentage. I am charging, so you might have seen it go from 69% to 70%. And then next to the car, you're going to have your speed. To the very far left, you have your directions. So park, reverse, neutral, and drive. We'll take it on a drive in a second and you'll get to see how this looks. You can swipe on the left side and on the right side. So if you swipe up and down on the left side, you're gonna control the volume of this unit. And those are the speakers coming out of here. On the right hand side, if you swipe towards the display, you get a little menu that pops up. So first is this. That's what this first one is. The next one is Android Auto. I do not currently have my phone connected, but you can switch it between Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Back to the main menu, let me swipe over again. We're gonna go into settings. Now let's explore the settings. So you can change your language just by tapping this. You can change your time format just by tapping this. AHD, don't exactly know what that means, but it's for your front camera if you had that installed, and I'll have a link in the description below to help you install the front camera. You can have it on, off, or let's go into settings. You can configure it. So this is mine currently. You can control the brightness, contrast, rotation, mirror, frame rate, resolution, all that good stuff. Though I've only found that 1080p and 25 frames work on mine. If I go 720p and then 25 and 30, it kind of messes it up. So we can save and quit this. And that's what the camera looks like. I'll show you how to bring it up in a second, but this is pretty much it. This is your front camera. And it's gonna display exactly like this when you're driving and you have it pulled up. I'm gonna just take it away. We can go back to the general menu, and you do that with the scroll wheels, but I'll show you that. You know what? I'll actually show you that right now. Let's go on to the camera section. So you see this scroll wheel right here? You can configure what it does. If you look on the screen, it says steering wheel control. Make sure to turn that on. Now with this, if you swipe up, you'll access the front camera. If you swipe it back down, you're gonna go to either your settings or the general menu. So if I click back right here, we're in the general menu, I swipe up, I'm gonna access the camera, and then I swipe down, it's gonna go back to the general menu. And then if I swipe all the way down again, it's gonna go to Android Auto. So all the way down is going to be to Android Auto or back to the main screen. And then all the way up, it's just going to go to the camera. That's pretty much it. You just go up, middle, or down. Up and down is gonna give you everything that you need. That's how you access your different submenus. And it's nighttime right now. Guys, the camera, it's so clear. Like, check that out compared to my outside right now. It's so dark, guys. It's so dark. Like, if I turn off this light, guys, it's so dark out. And this camera, so clear. Look at that. It's very sharp as well. But let's go back to our settings. So swiping from the right, we have steering wheel controls. We already know. We turn that on. We have tire pressure. You can display it in bar or PSI, and then you can change your time zone. Now, that's it for the general settings. Let's go to display settings. So in the display, you can change your car color. You only have like 5 options, but that's whatever. You can change the car model, Model 3 or Model Y, and then you can have day or night appearance. This either makes the screen white or black, and with that, it's gonna be this area. So since it's night, mine's on auto, it's gonna be black. We'll go back to display. We have metric or imperial, I'm in degrees Fahrenheit. You can turn rainbow mode on or off here, and that's just when you go into autopilot, double tap, you know, a whole autopilot thing. You either have rainbow mode or not, and we'll show this to you later. And then you have the brightness. Brightness is auto or manual. Now, if you pick manual brightness, whoa, that's so bright. You can swipe up and down on the right side to adjust the brightness, but if you put it in auto, you cannot manually adjust it. Brightness is set. It says brightness set to manual, but it should say brightness set to auto. But that's it for the display settings. Let's go into the wireless one. So you have CarPlay and Android Auto, which you can switch it between. And then you have your steering warning. And this is basically, you know, if you're in autopilot and you don't touch the steering wheel for a while, that blue line appears on the main screen. That's gonna happen right here as well. So it's nice because it's in your field of view and you can see it way better. We have speed limit in kilometers or American, I'm an American. We have Connect, which allows you to connect to Wi-Fi. So that's pretty cool if you have a hotspot here. It's mostly for software updates, but we'll get that in a second. You have an option to have the audio go from your HUD, which is this is the heads-up display, or your phone. That's pretty much it for the wireless settings. We can look at software. Software, this is where you update. So you want to make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and you can go and check for an update. I know mine's already updated, so I don't need to update it. And that's pretty much it for all the settings, guys. That's it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm going to go unplug the car and we can go on a quick drive. So to start this out, my steering wheel looks great. You can see my foot is on the brake and the lights just came on, so you can see those right there. And if I go into drive, it switches into this view, which is awesome. I love how it shows the front camera, but if we bring it back down, you can see I went from park to drive. And if I go to reverse, it'll highlight reverse, drive. Now, if you are in the regular mode like this, it will show your tire pressures. I just haven't driven yet, so it's not gonna show the tire pressures. So this is how it looks like when you drive. You still have the time, temperature, miles, how many miles you were overall, and then your battery percentage, but it's also gonna show you miles per hour with the speed limit. So that's pretty cool. We are in hold mode, so that's what that is. If we start going, check this out. We'll start moving and the car now starts moving. So we can see you have the headlights because the headlights are on. If we do high beams, there's no difference. But if we go into the settings and I turn off the lights, so we'll go off, it turns off the lights here. We'll go back to auto and the light is on. So you can see the speed limit showing. Our speed is increasing as we drive. That's pretty much it for that menu, guys. I don't really have anything to show you here. I guess I could show you the front camera. Check this out. So I use the scroll wheel. I scrolled up and this is what the camera looks like at night, guys. I wish I could show you. I think I'll have a clip during the day and I'll show you what it looks like, but at night, hey, this isn't too bad. If you're coming up on a driveway, guys, this could really, you can see. So you know what? Let's check this out and test it at a parking lot. Let's go over here and see if we can still see at night because it is dark. You can see the cars to our right show up. And if we want to go in Android Auto, all we need to do is go down back to the regular menu and then go over here. My phone is not currently connected, but you could just go ahead and connect it. It's Android Auto. It's pretty simple. It works as it does on any phone. If you want a video dedicated on this, I'll have it coming out soon, I guess. So stay subscribed for that, but it works just like any Android Auto. Turn into this parking lot right here. So let's find a parking spot. Okay, you can see the lines. The lines are so faded, but you can see like right there where the line would be. And we can kind of use that with the tree and align ourselves right here. We can see that barrier up front, which is awesome. That's what we want to see because we don't want to hit that. And we can stop right here. Y'all, that is so perfect. That is a great demonstration of why you need a front camera. Because check out that barrier. I'm gonna put it in reverse and you can clearly see it. You see that? And the camera can tilt up and down. So if you want to tilt it down more so you see a little bit of your lip, you can do that as well. Look at that. So accurate, guys. So accurate, right? Look at that. Yeah, really good. You can see that line right there, how clear it was. Here, check this out. I'll go back into drive again. See, this line is better paved, way better painted. And you can clearly see that line. That's not the only thing. When you turn on your turn signals, like the right side, it will show here. If you turn on the left, it will also show here. Now, you know on the main screen when there is a car on your blind spot, it'll light up red. This does the exact same thing. There's a truck next to me, truck next to me. Check this out. I'm gonna accelerate a little bit until he's in my blind spot. All right, he's in the blind spot, y'all. He's in the blind spot, so we got the warning. He's right there, and as you can see, if I pull up the back camera, we just passed him. Look at how clear this front camera is. You can see it say stop. Isn't that awesome? That's so clear, y'all. There's minimal glare from the lights. If you look at the lights, there is very minimal glare from that. Exposure is really good. So if we go back in here, turn signals on, we can go in the street. Yeah, guys, this is so cool, so flippin' handy. It works like a charm. And again, Android Auto works the same as Android Auto works, but let's go into Android Auto. I'm gonna connect on my phone to it, and it's gonna load up in a second. There we go, boom! You see we have our maps here. I have my Spotify right here. I can have my call right here. I got everything right here, and it's super snappy. Look how fast I can go through the menu. I can get calendar notifications. Front camera is so clear, but let's put it back into Android Auto. And again, like I said, this works just like any Android Auto. We can go into our app menu. There's so much stuff here. Very snappy, very fast. But that is pretty much it, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I love having dual monitors. Let me know how many of you guys have dual monitors at work, because I have at home, at work, and now in my car. And guys, this, especially with that front camera, that's my favorite feature. I see myself using this all the time. But I want to know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this screen. So low profile, so great. There's so many great features about this. I go into the hardware in another video. That will be in the description below the like button. If you want to pick one up for yourself, I'll have this with a discount code and other options in the description. You can use Tesla FPV1 at checkout to save you some money and pick you up an awesome screen, an awesome upgrade for your Tesla Model 3 or Model Y.